Measuring angles and arcs. Sum of central angles. A central angle is an angle created from the center of the circle. The sum of the central angles of a circle is 360 degrees. Measures of angles 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 360 degrees. Example 1, we're going to find the measure of angle AOD. What do we notice? A semicircle is created with diameter AB. So the measure of angle AD plus the measure of angle DC plus the measure of angle CB equals 180 degrees, because those three angles make up the semicircle. So we're going to plug in what we know and solve for x. So 25x plus 3x plus 2x equals 180. So we add those all together to get 30x equals 180. Divide by 30 to get x equals 6. Now we need to find the measure of angle AOD, so we plug in x. So 25 times 6 equals 150. A minor arc is an arc that measures less than 180 degrees. We're going to name this using 2 points of the angle with an arc above. So we have the arc AC. The measure of the arc is the same as the measure of the angle opposite. So if the measure of angle ABC is 45 degrees, then the measure of the arc AC is also 45 degrees. Major arc, an arc that measures greater than 180 degrees. We're going to name this using the two endpoints and a point in between. So we have arc AEC. E is our in-between point. The measure of the arc is the same as the angle opposite. So we want to find the measure of the arc AEC if the measure of angle AC is 45 degrees. So the measure of arc AEC is going to be 360 degrees, which is the whole circle, minus 45 degrees, which is the little part that we don't need. So the measure of arc AEC is going to be 315 degrees. A semicircle is an arc that measures 180 degrees. We're going to name using the two endpoints and another point in between. So in this case we have arc ABC. The measure of a semicircle is always 180 degrees because it is half of the circle. So the measure of semicircle ABC is going to be 1/2 of 360, which is the whole circle, and that's going to be 180 degrees. Arc length. The measure of an arc formed by two adjacent arcs is the sum of the measures of the two arcs. So to get the big arc, we're going to add the two smaller arcs. The measure of arc PQR is going to be the measure of arc PQ plus the measure of arc QR equals the measure of arc PQR. So we took the small arc plus the small arc equals the big arc. Example 2, we're going to find the measure of arc BE. What kind of arc is BE? It's a minor arc. What do we notice? Angle AFD and angle BFE are vertical angles, so angle BFE must equal 50 degrees. And lastly, the measure of a central angle is the same as the measure of the opposite arc. So if the measure of angle BFE equals 50 degrees, then we know that the measure of arc BE equals 50 degrees. Now we're going to find the measure of arc ACE. What kind of arc is ACE? It's a major arc. What do we notice? we can add this semicircle, the measure of arc ACB, which is their semicircle, plus the measure of arc BE, which is the other little part we need, equals the measure of arc ACE, which is the whole thing. So since a semicircle is 180 degrees, 180 degrees plus 50 degrees equals the measure of arc ACE, and that's going to be 230 degrees. So we added the semicircle plus the extra little bit we needed to get the whole arc. Now we're going to find the measure of arc CBE. What kind of arc is CBE? It's a minor arc. What do we notice? We found the measure of arc BE to be 50, and we see that angle CFB is 90 degrees, which would make arc CB equal to 90. So we're going to have the measure of arc CB plus the measure of arc BE equals the measure of arc CBE. So again, we're taking this small arc plus the small arc equals the big arc. So we're going to have 90 plus 50 equals 140. Now we're going to find the measure of arc CD. What kind of arc is CD? It's a minor arc. What do we notice? Angle AFC equals 90 degrees, and angle AFD equals 50 degrees. So to find angle DFC equals 90 degrees minus 50 degrees, which is 40 degrees. We know that the central angles are the same measure as opposite arcs, so the measure of arc CD would also equal 40. So what we did is we took the whole 90 degrees and we subtracted the part we knew, 50 degrees, to get 40 degrees. And then our arc opposite would also be 40 degrees.